Hello, and welcome back to our continuing Settlement Survival Let's Play Series Season 2, Episode 3. I'm Larry, and let's get on with this. And I want to give a shout out to a couple followers that we have on our little community here. And one is to Zephia. Zephia, I hope you're feeling better and get well soon. And from your previous comment from Season 1, which, yeah, I didn't see, and I apologize for that. But you asked, what am I going to do about this whole warehouse and delivery system? Well, guess what? I'm going to talk about this real quick, because if you compare what we're doing from Season 1 to today, things are shaping up a little bit different. And now I am no longer going to build my markets in big circles. In fact, it's going to be more of a kind of a fat not triangle, the four-sided long box thingy. Whatever. It's jumping out of my brain right now. But yeah, it's going to go something like this, big old rectangle. That's it, rectangle. And we're going to tie once we get the technology, matter of fact, I'm pausing this. When we go over here to logistics, transfer stations, I'm going to turn around and start setting up transfer stations just to where they are out of range of each other. Because the way I'm going to set this up is we're going to have a triangle of dense housing, and then we're going to set up our agriculture, which is going to borderline it, which, as you can see, like how I'm doing right here. And we're going to tie products together. Like, I'm going to try to keep my peas so the transfer stations fill each other up with just peas. And then I'm going to try to do that with clothing. And I'm going to try to have a network of transfer stations, since we're going to build going up this way. We're going to be building in kind of like big long sections, so nobody is going to have to path all over their map for anything. And I'm kind of excited about this idea that I came up with, and I think it's really going to work well. Now, another thing that you're going to see that's absolutely alien to me is I am actually going to have production within the marketplace, and it's going to be limited production. The only thing I'm going to be building in here as far as production is concerned is going to be apiaries and logging, forester's hut. And what I'm going to do is and I know, since I've been putting stuff willy-nilly in here, I don't have it set up right yet, but like right here would be a perfect place for the forester. And then right next to it is going to be the apiary. Now, is the apiary and this forester, are they going to be efficient? And the answer is no, because I have a big time concern over the disaster system. And if you notice, when we go over to right here into our decorations and all that, do you notice how they explain the tree? It's decorative trees that can be placed in town, required decorative saplings. Will they even actually count as real trees to offset the sandstorm? And to me, I don't think they're going to. So you're not going to see me building things super tight like I am right now. Believe it or not, I expect all these houses to go away. I'm going to replace them. As you know, I always put the theater right here. So right now I'm just using the space right here. I'm going to get rid of all this, but I'm going to be repositioning so we can set up to make sure we have 100% coverage for trees. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put a two space gap, like right, where this is, and put a road, and I'm going to set the logging camps to plant only. And we're going to ban trees all over our settlement. So I think that's going to be the cure, or, a good shield away from the sandstorm. Now, with this new idea that I have, what I'm thinking is we're going to have awesome coverage as far as medical's concerned. We're going to have awesome coverage because even the churches are going to cover industrial, because once we get, it's hard to explain when we're so new on this, but right here, if you notice, this is where the marketplace is. Now, we know it's going to expand out 20% when I get that other skill. But what I plan on doing is it's going to be our agriculture. Then we're going to go into the livestock and then production. But what I'm going to do is in the production is I'm going to place another marketplace down and just give a small line for production on each side of this band, which is going to be just a small marketplace. And what I'm thinking is putting houses and retirement homes in that band. So then all of our citizens that are in the larger marketplaces, there'll be enough people to absolutely man our agriculture and animals, but they're not going to have to path. I mean, they're literally going to be on top of their workstation. And so with also tying in the transfer stations to each other, I'm going to set them up to where they're just slightly out of range of each other, and I'll set what I want for them to store, and they'll be able to do that. And then I'm also going to set us up on getting coal quickly, so we can ban everybody from using domestic fuel, because we'll just use the domestic fuel in our food production. And because I forget what I was making that was requiring domestic fuel. I don't know if it was sausage, which I think that's what it was. I'd have to go back and look at the first series, but we'll be using domestic fuel for just literally food production, and that's it, nothing else. And then of course that'll help keep the numbers down on our animal poop. And so those are the ideas that I'm letting everybody know now, so you can make comments on it and all that other fun stuff and go from there. Now, I also want to give a shout out to Hydromatic, because Hydromatic caught my mistake yesterday. And I was thinking beer production, but I was selecting the skills and all that and placing buildings down for whiskey production. Alls I need are the oats, and I just need the winery, and I can start beer production, but I also need the kiln to make glass, so we can build the winery and get our beer production started. So a huge shout out to Hydromatic for catching that. And so yeah, thank you. And I just want everybody to know, I always check the comments before I start a new episode. So if you see something, there's a good chance that I can react to it, because I usually take an hour or so between each episode before I start shooting a new episode. So yeah, I mean, your comments are critical and are recommended to keep me balanced out. So with where we're at right now, this clothing thing is killing me. And we do have one person, and all we can do is hope for is linen. And hopefully they will get some linen going. I'll set this up to, let's say 5,000 to get that ramped up and going. And as soon as we have some extra people, we'll put some more people here, and hopefully that number will improve. Oh, let's see what's the scorching event here. The heat is unbearable. Some citizens are resting by the riverside as they cool off, but there are also some that propose to go for a swim in the river. The river looks calm and many citizens are tempted to do it. Do you want to stop them? Nah. How many people are we going to lose? Okay. Well, we got lobsters. Yay. Oh, wow. We got a lot of lobsters. I'm good with that. So let's see what these people have done for us. This is the first year, so nothing there. And they made 376 last year, so that's a good thing. You know, the big problem with doing an episode the following day is, you know, having like 14, 16 hours in between an episode. It's like, what was I doing? Where were we at? So we have that, and I do believe we have to go to mining, and I do believe it's the calcining kiln is the last thing we need to get our winery going. And what's this guy's issue? He is out of agave, so let's hurry up and slap down a calcining kiln. We'll put it close to here because we're only going to need it just for a short time. And this is not going to be permanent. I just want to get some glass going so we can get that distillery up and running, because I really do not want to run out of alcohol. People are going to get really upset if we run out of alcohol. And right now our water is not a happy clam, and that's because of our distillery was probably slurping up so much water, because we really don't have that many people. We have, oh, wow. We already got our first administrator? Oh, we have 50 people. Yes, okay. I'm going to actually go with their warmth, because since we're going to have an issue with wood right now, let's just keep them a little bit warmer than they normally are. And we still don't have any disasters coming, which is good. So, and I just don't have any people right now. So we're going to have to survive off the timber that we have, because I'm going to have to wait for the farmers to get done. Yeah, this is the one thing I hate about starting over, is not having enough people. It drives me nuts. But we've got probably another 12 or 11 or 12 coming. We do have 9 students, so that's a good thing. And yeah, this is not having mines, not having quarries. It's just like, it is rough to get used to, because it's like, oh, you need all this stuff. You have to go get this stuff. So we want to do more building, so we're going to have the iron. We're going to have the stone. And I know we're going to need lumber. And I have to worry about, I'll tell you what, I'm going to cancel these because herbs are more important. Because we don't have that skill yet, and we cannot run out. If we run out of herbs, whoa, what just happened there? Okay. That was not supposed to happen. Oh, this new camera thing that they did is weird. Because if you're holding down the wrong button and hit the arrow keys, it like kind of wigs out real fast. So now you know what I'm doing. If any of you are, having large builds or starting your own map, see if my idea works so I'm not leading anybody astray. If you have a little area that you can start on, because I honestly think this is going to work, because we're going to get the skill for boilers quick. We're going to do the water reservoir and the let me hit pause. My brain's going a mile a second here. Over in livability, we know clean water is important, because once we have the distilleries up and running, and once we start making fertilizer, it sucks down water big time. So we know we need that. But by going into heating, I know we need steel, so that's no big deal. And the cut stone, we already have the skill for, so that's no big deal. But I want to get heating as quickly as possible so we can start reducing our need of cutting down trees, because I'm really worried about this first sandstorm. So that's what I'm thinking there. And then, I need to get this started as quickly as possible. We've got to get the herbs going, because once I build the nursery, I'm just going to put it out there and get it built. And I'm going to start sending everybody gathering herbs so we can trigger getting herbs for our people to trigger the event. So who can I remove right now? I need at least one person. I tell you what, I am going to... I'm going to take... I'm going to pause the distillery. I think that would be a smarter move. And we'll put Beta, whatever, right there. And they can make... Oh, what a bummer. So, I totally forgot about that. We need refined fuel. So that means we need the fuel factory. So we're going to need another person. And right now, these two are just temporary. So we're going to need more wood. Ouch. Well, as you can see, everybody's working real quick over here. And I can't take anybody off clothing. And I could pause. I tell you what, I'm going to slow the blacksmith down here and put them down to 150. So that will get them where they need to be. Oh, wait a minute. What's it saying? Okay. Oh, this is a bummer. They're counting stone tools in the total, so he's not going to work that much. Oh, well. So let's go ahead and get our skills. And we're going to go down to agriculture. We're going to pick up the nursery. And we're going to get that built. And hopefully I've done this right. And we will be set up. Let's see if my trick works here. It worked in the last playthrough. And what I did is I built the nursery. And right after the nursery was built, I sent everybody to do their thing on gathering, and we picked up the herb seed really fast. I mean, really fast. So hopefully we'll get lucky. And now that it's so cold, I do not want them pathing out that far. So I'm going to go ahead and get this canceled for them to travel so far. I don't want them out there that far. And they can just deal with the herbs that are here in the middle of town, because that's going to be safer for them. And the bad thing is during the winter time, all the herb seeds go away. And it's herbs and onions. And it's, agave tequila. I just call them herbs in general. I know all of these are not herbs. It's just, I guess, using my slang. I was a World of Warcraft player for such a long time. It was always like, oh, time to go herbing to make pots. So yeah, it's just stuck with me. Now it's saying we're not happy about food. So why are we not happy? Let's see what we've done here. Okay, so we're going to have to get another field started. Oh well. We'll be okay. It's not like we're that far off. It's funny. Just that little amount of herbing and it puts us back in the green. So yeah, we're just one field short of making the requirements that we need. So that's an easy fix. That's a real easy fix. And you always want to make sure that we keep ahead of food production, because we don't want anybody starving. And with these fast fields, it's already ready to go. So I can go ahead and I can still set it up for pea production and just put it on pause. And we'll just have 4 people. Yeah. It's only calling for 4 people, so that's all I'm going to use. They're not pathing that far. It'll be no big deal. Okay, so we did survive the winter. We still have some lumber. Clothes we're still hurting on. And what's your issue, dude? We lost somebody. Somebody die? No! Who died? Well, of course, our the person who was in here died. Who can I steal? I'm going to have to steal somebody from over here. Put them here. Got to keep the clothes going. And merchant ship, I don't have anything for you. Yeah. See, now this really bothers me if a sapling seed has popped up so quick. And oh my God, it has the herb seed. Why didn't I not do something here? Do I have anything in abundance I can move real quick that would get us that type of money? And I don't. Oh, what a bummer. Yeah. Okay. My bad. Shot myself in the foot there. Oh, well. Okay. We do have this. Now, of course, no seeds available. So, oh, I really don't have any extra people. Is there anybody I can put on pause? I can't put that on pause. Can't put this on pause. Wait a minute. This would make 30. but that's not enough. Urgh. These are the frustrating times when, okay. Go into agriculture and let's see if we can pop this herb seed. And we can pop this herb seed. Our life will have just gotten a lot easier. Because sometimes I've been playing around to try to trigger events, and I have been able to get some things to go the way I want. And more people want housing, which of course you do. So where can I build some random houses? Well, they kind of need housing over here. And I don't have anybody for the fuel factory. Grrr. So we'll just toss a couple houses over here. And I'm just building willy-nilly. I fully expect to get rid of these houses. Because, you know, right now I just have a plan of what I want to do. But we do need to get the people in and get them happy and keep them breeding. Just like right now, I'm borderlining on my school. So I'm at a point to where I'm going to have to build another school. I don't want to because I can get that other point, but I don't want to spend a development point right now to expand the school size. I mean, I have to keep part of my plan going here. You know, like I've always said, don't fight the game, but, you know, I can resist. And wood's getting low. I don't want to chop down trees. And everything's getting low. Grr. Oh, I don't like doing this. Okay, guys. You're going to make me pay. The game is going to make me pay a price for this. I know it is. And do we still have our police person up? Okay. Well, at least now only 9 people don't have clothes, so that's good. And now, okay, they're out of flax. So, what's Esther doing? Esther is messing around. So, Esther, I'm going to put you on pause and you can go help. Now, I don't like doing this because somebody could die and I might lose Esther in that building. So that's something we have to watch out for. Okay, the fog is particularly thick in late autumn, and for several days in a row, citizens have collided with their neighbors in the thick early morning fog, or accidentally spilled the goods they were carrying to the ground. Perhaps they should slow down to ensure safety during this time. Really? The mood I'm in right now, I'd say ignore them, but okay, walk carefully. Really, we don't even get anything for it. It's just like, yay, job well done. What a bummer. Okay. And the only reason why I didn't move her over there is, a matter of fact, I'm going to pause the kiln because there is... Oh, and the kiln needs sand. Oh, dopey me. Okay, so we'll get some sand going. So hopefully by the time they have their act in order. No. I'm going to pause you. But you will make fuel out of timber. And you're going to make only 100 when I put somebody there. Because we don't want to destroy our wood supply. And that's one thing we need to watch out for. So, with where we've... I wanted to get a lot more achieved in this episode, but time goes by fast. I mean, it's already a 30-minute episode. And so I really don't want to go much past this. So we're going to go ahead and pause it here. And, you know, this series I think is going to be so much better than the previous one. Because one, I've learned so much. And the new content that the devs have put out, we really get to play with now. And so I think that's going to be fun. Oh, and just so you know, everybody, I think we made the right decision for Season 1. Because if you notice the patch notes today, the earthquakes were killing livestock in which they weren't supposed to do. So just imagine, I had nearly 30 pens of livestock. Imagine all of those dying. I mean, the amount of silver it would have cost to replace just getting the single items, the single animals of each breed. And then we wouldn't have been able to replace the buffalo, because the buffalo you can only get from your hunter. So, yeah, I think we made the right call. I didn't think they had the kinks worked out of the disaster system, and I still don't think they do. But I think we made the right call by starting this series. So, for everybody that has commented on this new series, thank you. I appreciate it. And thank you for all the follows. Well, you know, our little community is growing, which is awesome. So I will upload another video today, and I'll look for everybody's comments before I make the new one. And I'm going to have a great day. Oh, I'm starting my lasagna for New Year's Eve. So, yeah, I got to get that worked in today, too. At least I'm starting the sauce. So I will talk to you all soon. Bye.